we kind of put our trust in and turn to represent us as the players. And, I have open dialect with them. I can't say I've been on every single CBA call that's been open to the players. It just conflicts with everybody's schedule. That's impossible when there's 144 players. You can't line up a call that is going to work for every single person. So you have to be very intentional. And if you have questions, you can reach out to those people. And there's certainly been people that I've reached out to and had communication with. So I think you just rely on that and rely on the people that are in those positions that you trust them, and they're going to do the best representing the entire group.
In the high-stakes, billion-dollar world of corporate public relations, the most powerful executives on the planet use one specific survival move. It is called plausible deniability. When a major company is falling apart, when the board is fighting internally, and when a public disaster cannot be stopped, the smartest leader in the room does not try to fix it. That person quietly walks out, stands at a safe distance, and tells the press they had no idea anything was wrong. For the past 17 months, the WNBA Players Association has been completely out of control. The veteran leadership has badly mishandled the collective bargaining negotiations. The vice presidents are leaking angry letters to the media. The sports agents are staging power grabs. The whole league is now facing a total lockout on March 10th. The tension, the chaos, and the panic coming from the union are impossible to ignore. But right in the middle of all this mess, the most valuable player in the sport's history just walked up to a microphone in Miami. Caitlin Clark just showed everyone exactly how to handle a crisis. She did not back the union. She did not go after the billionaire owners. She cleanly separated her personal brand from the damage being done by the WNBA labor fight. Welcome to the breakdown. Get your popcorn ready. We are about to break down the smart media strategy of Caitlin Clark's press availability. We're going to look closely at her deliberate distance from the situation. We're going to reveal the serious physical work she has been doing behind the scenes. And we are going to show you exactly how she is getting ready to take over the global market while the veteran players argue over the leftovers. To really understand how smart Caitlin Clark's move was, you have to study her exact words. You have to notice how she carefully built a clear separation between her own multi-million-dollar brand and the failing WNBA Players Association. The media wanted her to support the strike. They wanted her to show full loyalty to the union leaders. They wanted a strong quote that the veteran players could use against the billionaire owners. But Caitlin Clark is not just a loyal union member. She is a carefully built, well-managed personal brand. She knows the union is being led by people who do not understand business. She knows that Terry Carmichael Jackson and Nikki Agumic have lost control of the public story. So instead of repeating their talking points, she simply smiled, kept it vague, and walked away from the whole problem. Listen closely to the smartest public relations move of this entire off-season. Listen to how Caitlin Clark completely protects herself from the coming lockout.
Open dialect with them. I can't say I've been on every single CBA call that's been open to the players. It just conflicts with everybody's schedule. That's impossible when there's 144 players. You can't line up a call that is going to...
I cannot say I have been on every single CBA call that has been open to the players. It just conflicts with everybody's schedule. That is impossible when there are 144 players. Stop right there. That is genuinely brilliant. Let us translate that statement from polite press talk into plain, direct language. She is calmly telling the national media that she has not been following the union's daily drama. She blames schedule conflicts. She blames the large number of players. But the real message is simple and clear. She is not taking part in their fight. And by saying publicly that she is not on the calls, she is legally and visually removing herself from any responsibility. If the union calls a major season-ending strike on March 10th, if they push away millions of new fans, and if they destroy the $2.2 billion television deal, no one can point a finger at Caitlin Clark. She already told the world she was not involved. She placed all the responsibility directly on the team representatives and the executive committee. She is basically saying, if you destroy everything, do not blame me. I was focused on my work. And working is exactly what she is doing. While the veteran players are spending the winter going on podcasts, fighting online, and trying to defend a labor strategy that clearly is not working. Caitlin Clark has moved to a completely different level. She has stepped away from the small internal drama of the WNBA world. She is no longer stuck in a local dispute. She has moved onto the international stage. The WNBA is currently stuck in fear. The billionaire owners are not giving in. The union is divided. The March 10th deadline is getting closer. But Caitlin Clark is in a clean, well-organized Team USA training camp, preparing for the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. She is using the greatest leverage move in the history of sports business. Listen to the real excitement and obvious pride in her voice when she talks about her international debut. Listen to exactly why being on the world stage makes her completely untouchable.
Very, very small numbers. So getting to play in just this World Cup qualifier obviously is a huge honor within itself. And, I know getting to put on the jersey will be super special. And, these are the teams I watched growing up. My favorite players played on these teams. So everybody knows what an honor it is to wear USA.
Within itself, everyone knows what a privilege it is to represent your country on the court. Boom. That is the moment a global brand officially starts its rise. The veteran WNBA players are deeply scared of a lockout because they have no other options. If the WNBA closes down, the veteran players lose their stage. They lose their presence. They lose their ability to bring in corporate sponsorship money. But Caitlin Clark is not affected by the lockout at all. If the WNBA completely falls apart, she simply puts on the red, white, and blue jersey. She steps onto the court in Puerto Rico. She performs at the highest level in international competition, and she stays at the center of global sports media coverage. The television networks already know this. That is exactly why TNT Sports just paid to secure the exclusive broadcasting rights to the FIBA qualifiers. They walked away from the WNBA's unrivaled Winter League because it was pulling terrible ratings, and they put their money directly into the Caitlin Clark brand. She is growing her international presence. She is locking in global corporate partnerships. She is positioning herself to become the face of the Olympic team. She does not need the WNBA to approve a $50,000 salary cap raise. She is working at a business level that the veteran union leaders simply cannot reach. She is thinking several steps ahead while the executive committee is still trying to figure out the basics. But the mental distance is only part of the story. The real concern for the rest of the basketball world is what Caitlin Clark has been physically doing during her 8 months away from the spotlight. When a top-level athlete suddenly disappears from public view for a long stretch of time, they're not relaxing. They're not on vacation. They're going through a serious, focused physical transformation. During her historic rookie season, Caitlin Clark took a beating. She was targeted. She was hit cheaply. She dealt with a level of physical aggression from veteran players that no rookie had ever faced before. She pushed through serious fatigue, lingering injuries, and the total exhaustion of going straight from the college national championship into the professional league without a break. She was running below her best physically and still managed to break every record available. But the off-season gave her the one thing she truly needed. Time. Time to recover. Time to rebuild. Time to completely reset her body. Listen to the quiet but powerful warning she just sent to the entire basketball world about her current physical condition. Listen to exactly what she has been doing when no one was watching.
But more than anything, just really excited. I know how much work and how much time I've put in to make sure my body's as healthy as it can be, and to get back not only to a point where I feel like I'm myself, but I feel like I'm even better than, where I was at the beginning of last season. And I started off the season.
I know how much work and how much time I have put in to make sure my body is as healthy as it can be, and to get back not only to a point where I feel like I am myself, but I feel like I am even better than where I was at the beginning of last season. That says it all. I feel like I am even better. Let every opposing coach and defender sit with that statement for a moment. Caitlin Clark was nearly impossible to stop when she was tired, banged up, and still healing from injuries. She was knocking down 30-foot three-pointers while running on empty. Now she is saying that she has raised her physical level even higher. She spent 8 months doing the work. she rebuilt her core strength. She improved her lower body stability. She sharpened her movement mechanics, so her shooting motion is even quicker and harder to contest. And she achieved this physical improvement through a very specific, very demanding training program. While the WNBA union leaders were actively pushing their key players to join the unrivaled league, a completely unregulated 3-on-3 competition that ended up seriously injuring Aaliyah Boston's lower body, Caitlin Clark chose not to participate. She stayed away from the side leagues entirely. She avoided putting herself at unnecessary risk. She managed her preparation with total and complete focus. Listen to the straight, honest truth about exactly how Caitlin Clark gets ready to compete. Listen to the specific training setup she used to build her upgraded physical condition.
Obviously a ton of that, but there's, you need to just go out there and play pickup and play 5-on-5 with the guys or play threes, and just trying to get my lungs in the best shape I possibly can without really playing a competitive game.
You need to just go out there and play pickup and play 5-on-5 with the guys. Just trying to get my lungs in the best shape I possibly can without really playing a competitive game. Stop right there. Playing 5-on-5 with the guys. This is one of the biggest competitive advantages a player can have. Caitlin Clark did not spend her winter playing casual basketball against tired WNBA veterans. She spent it in private, high-intensity training sessions, running full-court 5-on-5 games against elite male athletes. When you consistently train against people who are naturally faster, can jump higher, and are physically stronger, you're forced to think quicker and react faster. Your decision-making has to speed up. Your ball handling has to be clean. Your court awareness has to be sharp. Because if you slow down even slightly, the ball is taken from you. By putting herself through this kind of demanding, pressurized training environment, Caitlin Clark has made the pace of women's basketball feel much slower in her own head. When she steps back onto a WNBA court, assuming the union does not destroy the league first, opposing defenders are going to seem far less threatening. She has trained her mind and body to operate at a level that the veteran players simply cannot keep up with. The difference is striking. The WNBA Players Association is currently a completely unorganized and deeply divided mess. They are threatening to shut things down. They are complaining about taxes. They are fighting with their own agents. They are showing a clear lack of professional maturity. They are stuck in a battle against billionaire owners who hold every advantage. But Caitlin Clark has completely protected herself from all of it. She stayed out of the union's political trap. She secured her spot on the international stage. She partnered with TNT Sports, and she quietly improved herself, both physically and mentally. The veteran players thought they could use her popularity to pressure the owners into a better deal. They forgot that you cannot control someone who simply chooses not to play along. The March 10th deadline is getting closer. The billionaire owners are waiting calmly for the union to back down. The television networks are ready to broadcast the FIBA qualifiers, and Caitlin Clark is standing in Miami holding a basketball, completely calm and unbothered. She showed that real power does not need a public statement. Real power does not need a union vote. Real power just requires you to be the most valuable person in the room and to never show any signs of pressure. What is your honest, straight-up take on this impressive display of smart public positioning? Do you think Caitlin Clark is making a smart move by keeping her distance from the WNBA union's messy labor situation? Do you agree that her international debut with Team USA gives her the freedom to completely ignore the March 10th lockout threat? And do you think her 8 months of training against male athletes will make her nearly impossible to guard when the season starts? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments below. If you want the real truth about the business side, the strategy, and the behind-the-scenes politics of professional sports, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. We do not cover surface-level sports news on this channel. We dig into the strategy, we look at the training, and we break down what is really happening behind the press conferences. I will see you in the next one.